Tonight, you will close your eyes and give away a third of your life. You will do it without a fight. You will do it without a single question. And for the entire time you are gone, you will lie completely still, blind, deaf, and defenseless in the dark. Now ask yourself something. In a world that spent millions of years trying to eat your ancestors, why would evolution ever invent that? The obvious answer is rest. Your body gets tired, so it shuts down to recharge. But the real answer is far stranger, because sleep is not the thing that recharges you. Sleep is the thing that keeps you alive. And the humans who tried to escape it did not become superhuman. They fell apart. Think about how dangerous sleep actually is. For 8 hours, you cannot run. You cannot see a predator approaching. You cannot defend your children or yourself. If a rival tribe crept toward you in the night, you would never know until it was too late. From a survival standpoint, sleep is the single most reckless thing an animal can do. And yet every animal does it. Fish sleep, birds sleep, insects sleep. Something so risky should have been erased by natural selection a long time ago. So why wasn't it? Consider how much your ancestors gave up for it. A predator did not sleep on your schedule. A snake did not wait for morning. A rival clan did not agree to fight only during business hours. Every night your ancestors closed their eyes was a gamble against a world that never stopped hunting, and they took that gamble anyway, every single night, for hundreds of thousands of years. Whatever sleep was giving them had to be worth more than their own safety. That is a staggering thought. There is something inside you so important that your body decided it was worth dying for. So why wasn't it? To understand that, you have to go back to a small dark room at the University of Chicago in the 1950s. There was a scientist there named Nathaniel Kleitman, and he is often called the father of sleep research. Before him, almost no one studied sleep seriously. People assumed it was just the brain switching off. Kleitman suspected they were wrong. Working with a young researcher named Eugene Aserinsky, he attached sensors to sleeping people and watched what happened through the night. And what he found shattered the old idea completely. The sleeping brain was not off, it was on fire. At certain points in the night, the eyes of his sleepers began darting rapidly beneath their closed lids. Their brain waves looked almost identical to being wide awake. He had discovered what we now call REM sleep, the stage where you dream. Your body lies paralyzed, but inside your skull, a storm is raging. Your brain is more active in that moment than when you are reading these very words. Sleep was never a shutdown. It was a hidden, second life you have lived every night and forgotten every morning. But if the brain is that busy during sleep, then sleep must be doing work, important work. And the fastest way to find out what that work is to take it away. That brings us to a teenager named Randy Gardner. In 1963, as a science fair project, a 17-year-old boy decided to break the world record for staying awake. A sleep researcher named William Damant heard about it and came to observe him. What happened over the next 11 days is one of the most quietly terrifying experiments in the history of the human mind. For the first day or two, Randy was just tired. Nothing strange, but then the cracks appeared. By day 4, he became convinced he was a famous football player. He grew moody and irritable. His speech slurred. His memory began to slip, and he would forget what he was doing in the middle of doing it. He started to hallucinate, seeing things in the room that were not there. His body was standing upright, but his mind was quietly dissolving. Do you see what that reveals? He was not just missing rest, he was missing maintenance. Something that sleep normally repaired every single night was now going unrepaired. And the longer he stayed awake, the more the damage spread until the line between waking and dreaming broke down and the dream started leaking into his open eyes. And notice what did not happen. He did not adapt. He did not train his body to need less sleep. There was no point where his mind grew used to being awake and simply carried on. Every hour he stayed up, the debt grew larger, not smaller. Sleep is not a habit you can slowly break. It is a bill that keeps arriving whether you pay it or not. The longer Randy ignored it, the more of himself he lost, piece by piece, in exchange for hours he thought he was gaining. He survived. He eventually slept and recovered.